This is why I believe the live-action Cowboy Bebop couldn't secure a second season. I first want to say the series has a soft spot in my heart. I thought the casting was fantastic. The capture of Shinichiro Watanabe's style and world was impeccable. The one thing it didn't capture, however, was Watanabe and the late Kiko Nobumoto's subtle style of storytelling. It's a style some refer to as holistic storytelling, though I personally refer to it as character influence. Most stories follow the basic hero's journey model, like Star Wars or The Matrix. A character in his normal life doesn't think he's special, then learns he is special, then figures out how to special. Then you've got movies like Forrest Gump or Paddington Bear, where the character stays stagnant. Maybe they're in their ordinary life, maybe they're already special. But the story isn't really about that journey, it's about the development that comes from the people that special person interacts with. Cowboy Bebop is very much that character influence type of storytelling. Most of the episodes are fairly self-contained and will devote a fair amount of screen time to who our heroes interact with. Like Antonio and Salma, who are trying to run away with the red-eye drug, or the wannabe gangster who Spike teaches the philosophy of Bruce Lee. Even though the show stars Spike, Jet, and Faye, and don't get me wrong, they each have their own emotional arcs, some of which are the most compelling episodes of the series, but those come much later in the show, with some histories mostly inferred and never really explained. For example, there's many instances foreshadowing the reveal of Spike's mechanical eye, and even then it's never fully dived into. It's so subtle you'd be forgiven for missing it, or simply forgetting the reveal even happened, but this plays heavily into Spike's character and why he sometimes alludes to feeling like he's walking through a dream. So this brings me to the American series and trying to bring the show into a traditional narrative story model, taking a 30-minute cartoon and stretching it to a 60-minute live-action drama, a medium that is all about character development, about watching our main characters slowly crawl on their hands and knees to their predetermined destiny over the course of 5 or more seasons. That is an enormous departure from the Watanabe style of storytelling, because you not only have to fill in gaps to a story where gaps were purposely left, but you have to stretch a character's development across 5 years, when the original source material gave you maybe 2 30-minute episodes of that character's story to begin with. And some people will argue that the show was just supposed to be fun. It was supposed to be goofy, a good time, and that's all the original anime was. Just a space western that isn't supposed to be taken seriously. And I think that argument is a testament to the subtle storytelling of the anime. Watanabe gave you a show about weight, about guilt, regret, without making you feel it. At least not until the end, not until you realize what you've been given. It's why the last episode of the original series, the caption at the end says, "You're gonna carry that weight." It refers to the guilt and pain we feel, the type of weight you feel in your chest, that sits on your heart, the things we hold and don't speak of, and how that influences our lives and the lives of the people we come in contact with. The entire show is about that feeling of weight transference, how the influence you have will either take the weight off of people around you, or just add more. The live-action Cowboy Bebop, for all its fun, it felt light in comparison to the anime. Almost like a show from Tarantino where the violence and carnage is whimsical. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I think it might have been better received had it been an original show, with original character. But the fact that it was Cowboy Bebop, a franchise so infamous and studied and revered, that it was simply too much weight to carry.